Burhan and the Boy, episode 14. I am Michael Burhan. Here's Dave Wade, and we have a guest with us today, the lovely Genesis Gonzalez, aka friends call her Essie. So we're calling her Essie on the show. So tell us how, where did your name come from? Why? Because most people think that's not your name. They think, oh, she probably just named herself that.
If your name is Genesis, does that mean when you come to Europe called Mega Drive? Sorry. I thought it was funny.
No, literally, people think it's not my real name, and I'm like, where I'm from, that's like a common name, like Sarah. My dad pretty much named me. He's really religious, so he pretty much named me after the Bible when I was born. And I asked my mom.
I'd like to think he named you after the weapon from Star Trek 3.
Or the band.
I thought, or the band, or like the actual game system, but
no, because naming someone after a band with Phil Collins in would just be cruel, Burhan.
Hey, we actually have a common bond over this. We know that the official lead singer of Genesis previously, before Collins, was
Peter Gabriel.
Yeah,
Peter Gabriel.
We love Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, Peter Gabriel's cool, but Phil Collins is an idiot.
He is an idiot.
He is an idiot, but he writes good music.
And he plays. He's good at drums.
Yes. She's a.
But I mean, he is no Peter Gabriel though. So.
Exactly, he is no Peter Gabriel, and I agree with you on that one. Favorite Peter Gabriel song? Sledgehammer.
I was just going to say you beat me to the punch. And still one of the greatest music videos in the world. That's Hardman, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's Hardman animation. Yeah.
That is Hardman animation. Yeah. What about
yours?
That was
Eden Bristol. You're welcome.
Favorite Gabriel song?
Steam. Or Shock the Monkey.
Ooh, two good ones.
I mean, the video for Shock the Monkey was actually pretty weird because like it took me back to like when he was back in Genesis, when he wore those weird costumes. God. But yeah, that's why I like Shock the Monkey. Cause it kind of reminded me when Peter Gabriel was back in his Genesis days.
When did he leave? Creative differences, or just wanted to go out on his own?
I think he just wanted to go out on his own. Cause I think he just thought he was too good for the band, so I guess he decided to go solo.
Band.
Yeah, I remember when Phil Collins left Genesis, and then they brought that kind of Irish.
Oh yeah, I remember that briefly.
Yeah, and then the band.
And I'm sure there was a song where they're singing on the top of an aircraft carrier, but it tanked.
Yeah, it wasn't that well. I think they figured that without the two kind of essential components, and they did do a reunion tour at one point, and Gabriel was involved.
Oh, nice. I bet the tickets for that were a pretty penny indeed.
Yeah, but I think Collins now, he has his issues.
Yeah, he's a twat.
Yeah, he's been divorced, 3 times now?
It begs the question, just how livable is he, in a relationship with...
Wait, I got to do this. Do they see his true colours? I had to. Does his dad disown him and then said, you're no son of mine?
Oh, what was it when he came? Oh shit! That the Genesis album and the song where he takes the piss out of Michael Jackson. I Can't Dance.
I love that track. God. Perfect body and a perfect face. Oh god, what were we like?
The only good bit is when he does his flies up at the end, and then you hear the wow.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Yeah.
Because I swear, if you actually made a pair of trousers or pants, novelty pants, where you could have a little speaker in it, and you got a tiger roar when you did your zipper back up, you'd sell millions. Or at least one pair to me.
Oh, that was a Levi. They used the song for the Levi's advert as well, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah.
Levi's adverts used to make so many one-hit wonders.
So good.
Remember that? They always used to get some band no one had heard of to do the track for their advert, and then that band would release a single. Generally, it gets to #1, and after that, no one had ever heard from them again.
Yeah, it was a very weird situation because I remember they had the guy with the jeans on, and they had that song playing in the background. And then Genesis decided to do a video parody on it after the song got so popular. It's kind of like the Justin Timberlake McDonald's thing that everyone now hates. He's like, I'm loving it. It's like, fuck you. You bloody, I'm loving it, Justin Timberlake. Just fuck you in your NSYNC ways.
I can ruin the song or the lyrics to this, well, basically the way you interpret them to one of his songs forever with one simple phrase. You know, Cry Me a River,
Mm-hmm.
right? From now on, if I tell you this, because someone once said it to me and I can't get it out of my head, is he saying Cry Me a River or is he saying Crimean River? As in the river in
I think
Crimea.
it's Cry Me a River.
Yeah.
Well, now I've told you that, trust me, you won't be able to hear it the other way around. You're welcome.
It's like Celine Dion, where she says, "My heart will go on." She sounds like she says, "My
Bloody
hot
wish it
dogs
wouldn't,
will go on."
along with her voice and her career. Ooh, sorry.
Well, she sounds like she says, "My hot dogs will go on." Every time I listen to that song, I crack up because it sounds like she's saying hot dogs, and I'm like, "Yeah, those hot dogs do go on. Why do the hot dogs go on?" It's brilliant, and they will stay forever this way because they're in brine and they're good to go until 2016.
Nothing decays when it's in brine.
Exactly. Okay. Let's go around and do a round robin here about favourite food. So, Dave, your favourite food's a kebab, am I correct?
Yeah. Or proper fish and chips.
What's a proper fish and chips? Define proper... Because I can't... It's like, you put it in batter, you fry it...
No, but when I say, like, go to a place that's got, you know, an established reputation. Like, there's a fish and chip bar. Why do they always call it fish and chip bar in Bristol that's been running since the 50s? It's funny because my mum used to go there when she had her first job downtown, and it's been running since the 50s, and it's basically won best chippy in the West Country every year since. They've got so many awards on their walls.
Country, Dave? I'm just wondering.
And they're absolutely to die for. What I'm basically saying is proper fish and chips is don't just walk into some shithole. You know, do your research and find out which ones have been going for years and years and years, and like have their own recipe and stuff like that.
Okay. So, like, Essie, what about yourself? What's the one food that you like to eat? I've got a funny feeling I know what it is, but I'm gonna ask you anyway.
Oh God, there's a lot.
What's the one that you
That's
could probably
silly.
see
You
yourself?
can't eat God.
What's the one food that you could find yourself eating? Like, say, for you, it never gets old.
I probably eat probably buffalo wings, like especially those really spicy ones. Like, so good, especially with blue cheese or sushi.
Kind of making me hungry there. Yeah, no, sushi. What's the appeal of sushi? Because I used to.
I've had it
sushi.
once and I didn't get it.
I used to hate it, but then after I basically changed my diet around and I started eating sushi, I love it, especially with soy sauce.
Oh, especially with soy sauce. You gotta have it with soy sauce.
I can eat tons of sushi and never get full on that stuff. For me, I don't know. I like my food of choice at the moment is salads. Everyone's seen how the way I prepare a salad. I prepared a salad in front of like Sarah Mortimer, a friend of the show, and I prepared a salad in front of yourself, of course, there, see. And I go to the market, I pick up my like vegetables and fruits and stuff. Now I add little extra things like mangoes into my salad now as well. But for me, the greatest foods that I can eat, one is shepherd's pie. It's an English tradition. Shepherd's pie is amazing. It's Essie, if you've never tried shepherd's pie, and I doubt you have because it's like an English thing, you are missing out. You know, it's basically a layer of potato at the bottom, and if it's done right, it has to be potato, and it's got to be buttery potato. You know, it's like that really nice, rich margarine type potato. Then you have like a layer of veggies and mince. So you have like beef mince. I love lamb mince because you can really sink in the juices. I put a lot of that in. Then you put another layer of potato, another layer of mince, and then a final layer. And depending how you do this, I like to add potato and cheese. You know, potato and cheese into mine, and that's kind of how I go. Davey, there. Dave, can you hear me? David Wade. Okay, guys, I think we've kind of lost Dave. I'm going to bring him back into the call. Give us a second, and I'm going to bring everyone back in. Dave, you there?
Can you? I could still see you talking. I just couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just not our night for technology, is it?
Probably. It's probably BT
Yeah.
again, those scoundrels. Essie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Did you hear anything I said about shepherd's pie?
No.
Okay, let's talk about shepherd's pie. We're going to do it again, guys.
Okay.
Part 2. Shepherd's pie. Firstly, you add a lovely layer of potato. Now, what I like to do is I like to add cheese in my mashed potatoes. So you got like mashed potato with cheese and nice margarine butter in there. So you add a layer of that. The second layer has to be in bolognese sauce, and I like to add a little extra bit of lasagna sauce in there as well.
I'm just going to say, are you making shepherd's pie or lasagna?
Oh, shepherd's pie. A little bit of lasagna sauce in there, so you add like a nice thick layer of like mince and veggies. Then you add a second layer. This is how my dad used to do it. You add a second layer of mashed potato with the cheese in there, of course. Then the another layer of mince, and then the top layer.
I swear you're making a savoury wedding cake here, but
Then what you'll do is you'll pop it in the oven, and the great thing about it, especially when you pour gravy on it, you cut it. And you cut a chunk out, and it's all the meat and everything falls in because you can feel the juices. It is heavenly. It's one of the main reasons why I got really fat at one point because I couldn't stop eating it.
you got fat on shepherd's pie. Oh my god!
It was so great, man. I fucking died
I can just
and went to
imagine if
heaven.
you went to Weight Watchers and they're like, so what's your weakness? I'm overweight because I like
Shepherd's
bad
pie.
fried food. What's yours? Shepherd's pie. So someone else is telling you, you know, if you make shepherd's pie correctly, it's actually moderately healthy.
Yeah, I don't do it healthy. I do it like a fucking boss. If you're gonna like eat shepherd's pie, you got to eat it right. Another one of my favorites, of course, Dave knows kebabs, but Turkish food.
Yes.
Now, me and Dave have discussed this before, and I think Dave needs to have one of these. And it's a bulgur köfte. It's basically the nicest Turkish köfte that you ever have. Because köftes, usually people.
Me on it. I just can't find anywhere to buy it.
You know what? I feel like mailing one to you, just like going to my local Turkish food centre and just getting like a dozen and mailing it to you in the post.
You'd have to mail it in brine, as we've already discussed.
Mail it in brine so it preserves. But it's basically you have this kind of jajuk type rice. It's like a Turkish rice kind of thing. You have potato, like breadcrumbs as well, so you actually have to break up like wholemeal bread into it. Once you kind of knead the dough, you then add a layer of like mince, and you have like mint in there as well, and some like spices and stuff.
Oh, I'm not a fan of mint.
Well, you can leave the mint out, it's up to you. But you roll it up and you put it in the fryer, and it fries from the outside in. So good. It's like having eating an orgasm. It's that great. I've eaten about 20 of those at one point. I had a tray of
I'm going to go
them.
to the phone book, see if I can find a proper Turkish restaurant in Bristol.
Yeah, ask them to give you a bulgur köfte. That's what it's called. I left it on your timeline. If not, I will have to go to your house, Dave, and I'll have to make it for you. Because I'm pretty.
Either way, it works for me.
Yeah. And secondly, Turkish pizza. If you ever had lahmacun, you have no idea what heaven is until you've tried lahmacun. Lahmacun is amazing to eat. It's so good. I can literally hear our viewers' mouths watering just by listening to.
No, that's mine.
Yeah, it's amazing. So Essie, you know, when we eventually meet up, I've got to like cook you these foods. You
have to, because I want to try it.
Yeah, you'll try it, and trust me, you'll love it. You'll basically just be, that's it. I'm done with food.
I'm like, please, sir, can I have some more?
Can I? Oh, that's a really nice English accent you got there. That's actually pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. That's you kind of got the dialect down a little bit. You have to sound a little bit more desperate though. You know, just like you're going to David Cameron and asking for handouts. Please, sir, can I have some more? Mr. Cameron.
It wouldn't be burning the boy if you didn't make a point of soundbiting David Cameron with it.
Yeah, he is a cock. Anyway, let's go back into a little bit more. We did talk about our favourite movies earlier on. For those who didn't listen, who didn't hear it, of course, because Patmos did point out the fact she couldn't hear anything, thanks to me and my technical difficulties. Which I found out it wasn't the XSplit's fault. It was mine because I had my headphones on. Yeah, that's I apologise, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when Michael
No, he doesn't.
Burhan. I don't. Ooh, are we getting? Look at that. The claws are coming out now. She's trying to like. She's making me out to be the villain. I really am. I have the beard for a villain.
As we already established.
Exactly.
Yeah. I literally. So does that make you Aladdin, Dave? Or are you Iago? Are you Iago? You're my parrot.
Yeah.
Oh, parrot. I was going to say I want to be the genie, but I don't want itty bitty living space. So.
Yeah. You could be the genie.
Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty living space.
You sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger there. You will have cosmic power.
That's how he says it.
Well, there's another thing I want to talk about is a movie that's going to be debuting this month. It's going to be out in cinemas all over the place. Does anyone want to take a guess?
Ooh, that's tough.
Are you not allowed to say Hawkeye because he's shit? Sorry.
It would probably have to be Thor. Oh, he's so hot. Whoop. Thor.
Oh, do you like his hair?
I
Thoriel
love his hair.
for men.
Oh yeah.
Thoriel for men. I was actually, there was a joke that Chris Hemsworth said that made me laugh my fucking ass off. He was sitting there and he goes like, "There's the Thunder God met this lady last night," and she goes to him. He looks at her and goes, "Was it good for you?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm just so Thor." I know. I laughed.
Can I just have his name? I always get confused.
Mjorn.
Yeah?
It's Mighty Mjorn. I've named something else to Mighty Mjorn. Same. Dave, she gets it.
In my mouth.
Dave gets it too. So, okay. Dave, who's your favourite Avenger?
Captain America.
Captain, why is he?
I know, which is a very, very unfashionable choice as an Englishman, but I think Captain America's the tits, and that is all.
Well, he's the poster boy for steroids.
Yeah, right. They were too stupid to write the ingredients down for, so they could never create another one.
Yeah, he's the little small dude who then gets a big injection of something, and then once he gets an injection of something, ends up basically, feeling.
I tell you what, when they do the weird thing, when you got Chris Evans' head on that skinny body, the special effects are so good that it's just totally believable, but weird. When he's like at the training camp, and he's running with all the other soldiers. It's just skinny Chris Evans is weird, but it works. I think it's cool. The only thing I would like to say is I'm glad they went back to the original World War II suit. In sorry people, spoilers, in Winter Soldier, which is an absolutely phenomenally good movie.
I love that movie, yeah.
Because the Captain America's, don't get me wrong, the Winter Soldier costume was cool, but it was a bit too sort of, well, again, people, spoilers, it was read to the black clandestine corporation government shit, which is why he went back to the original costume. But and as much as I like Avengers, I really, really do, the Captain America costume in that movie is shit and makes him look like a fucking Power Ranger.
It does make him look like a Power Ranger.
It's like it's got these weird. I mean, the guy's built like a brick shithouse. So why did they put all these weird like pads under the skin and stuff and kind of ruin his outline and just make him look like, I don't know, like he was a soft toy that got ever so slightly overinflated.
I don't know.
That takes nothing away from him or his performance in the movie. It's fantastic. I know this makes me sound like a critic snob, but I just cannot stand his costume in that movie.
Okay. Can you both guess who my favourite Avenger is?
Hulk?
Nope.
Black Widow?
People say I look like him sometimes because I can style my beard.
Tony Stark.
Yeah, Tony Stark, Iron Man. He's such a cock, but he's hilarious. Also the fact that he's just he's got like, he does not give a fuck. And he's kind of similar to Batman because he's a billionaire playboy.
Not Tony Stark, but his Robert Downey Jr.'s charity work is excellent.
Yeah, and the sad thing about it is that apparently after Infinity War he's done. He's not doing any more Iron Man movies. He's only doing the Avengers movies, and that's it. And people are wondering if he's either going to sign and do another Avengers movie, or if they're going to write his character out with the inclusion of War Machine, or if they're just basically going to recast him. And I think,
I can understand why, if you play a character for so long, that, maybe as an actor you think it's time to... It doesn't mean he doesn't enjoy playing it, but it's like, but I want to do other things. I am an actor after all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the sad thing about it is people don't want to see him in anything else. And that's that's been proven.
That might be why he's leaving then, because he's realised he's reached that stage where he's now become typecast. He's an amazing actor, so that might be why he's doing it then.
Well, he's getting something like, at the moment, in terms of money, I think it's like, from what they last checked, he got like 52 million per movie.
The thing is, money's obsolete to him in the sense, when you're that loaded, that it's nice to get that paycheck, but let's be honest, it's not like you're going to ever be able to spend your personal wealth. So I'm not justifying these sick salaries when there are people starving and shit like that, but at the same time, it doesn't mean anything to him. So go somewhere for a challenge, as opposed to doing something you enjoy that's going to make you typecast and limit your future roles for money you don't need. I'll have it. I'll be Iron Man. I can't, because I'm already signed to the Matrix. Sorry.
Well, I actually was going to talk about one of the guys, the actors, that I feel who could basically play Iron Man, and I'm going to give you guys a link to this guy. His name's Ben Feldman. He was in Drop Dead Diva. He was born in 1980, so he's only a couple of years older than me. But he has the mannerisms. He could basically, you could cut and paste Tony Stark, and this guy could be him.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Check him out there on Wikipedia, Dave. What do you think?
I'm looking, waiting for it to kick in, because remember, my fucking internet runs on donkey piss and car.
He was also in the movies like Cloverfield, Extreme movie, which I don't even want to talk about.
Yes.
When do we eat?
He's not. No, you know what? I can see it, but I think he needs a few more years on his face, if that makes sense.
But I think,
I agree.
with effects makeup, I think they could do it. And, he could basically have the look there to kind of mirror, Robert Downey Jr. For those people who don't see it.
No, I can't get on board with him. You want to know why?
Why?
He was in a Friday the 13th remake.
So, Robert Downey Jr. was in some bad movies himself, even though he was an amazing actor in these bad movies.
No. You don't understand how much I dislike that movie.
And there is rumoured reports that Chris Evans is going to be basically leaving as well after his contract with Captain America's up. So,
well, yeah, isn't it? He's basically given up acting, is what I heard.
Yeah. It's a shame. But I think they could find easy replacements. And guys, let us know out there.
Just need someone who's got personality. And I don't want to sound this like in a negative way, but basically, Captain America is a poster boy jock for the American military.
Yeah, so, I'm going to add it in there, guys, as well, for those who haven't seen Ben Feldman. I'm going to pop his picture there, because I noticed him. He was one of the standouts from that TV show, Drop Dead Diva. But then I kind of stopped watching the show because it got really boring after the whole premise of the show was the fact that she couldn't tell that it was like this girl who dies and goes into a body of a lawyer, and her boyfriend her fiance who ends up losing her, she's not supposed to tell him. The whole plot line is him not finding out that she is this girl. They find out, they get into a relationship, and in order to save the show, they kill him off and bring him back from the dead in someone else's body. And it's just like, yeah, this is getting stupid.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I'm not that it was a realistic premise in the first place, but now you're really kind of losing your way.
Yeah. But there's a picture of Ben Feldman there, guys, for those of you who think he could play Tony Stark. That's great. Any choices for Captain America? I don't know. I really, really don't know yet who could play.
If we could build a time machine, I would say Dolph Lundgren when he was 25.
Yeah, but he'll be like, I am Captain America. If he dies, he dies.
Hey, having a voice like that didn't stop Arnie from being the governor, did it? So.
Yeah, but imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger as Captain America. I'm going to save the planet, Ultron. It just, no.
Yeah. No, sorry. That's the Avengers. This is the Captain America movie.
Call me Captain Russia. Yeah, it wouldn't work.
Hey, young Arnie would have made a wicked Winter Soldier, though, wouldn't he?
Nah. Because then you'd have to get him to speak like an American. The problem with Arnie is we all love him. Apparently,
because he was brainwashed, you could give him a Russian accent. You could explain that completely.
I loved him in Red Heat, I have to admit.
That's my next gameplay video, by the way, on the Spectrum. Red Heat. Spoilers, right at the end I say this game is shit.
Well, it's good. I love Red Heat. We've got to do a movie file on that sometime. So
I do. You know what? I haven't seen it in years, and I do remember as a kid. It took me. It wasn't. I didn't really understand the plot until I was an adult because it confused me as a kid. But I do remember, which is stupid. Sorry, people. Spoilers. The bit when he's in the bathhouse at the start, and he decides what the best way to make himself tense and hard is to pick up a hot burning coal and hold it in his hand entirely when he fights people. Because that fight goes on for absolutely ages, Schwarzenegger, so I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have a hand left after that, but hey, it's the 80s, shit happened.
One of my favourite scenes... There's a really good
scene, though, isn't there, where he's arguing with Belushi about he's got the most powerful handgun in the world, and he's like, no, it's the Magnum, it's what, Dirty Harry has, and he's like, well, no, that is a lie, it is this gun, and he's just having a big fight about who's got the best handgun in the world, him in that movie, or Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
Genius.
So
he's got great hair. That's one of his good hair movies.
Here's a question for both of you, actually. Essie, do you watch the DC TV shows?
Not really, no.
So you haven't watched the Flash reboot they did, or Arrow?
No, I haven't. I heard they're really good, though.
They are really good.
I haven't really gotten around to it.
I'm going to make you watch them just for the point we can talk about them.
Okay.
It's one of those things you must see. They are really good shows. Dave, I know you watch it, of course.
I watched Arrow. I haven't watched Flash. I'm waiting for it to come out on DVD.
Well, they're doing a movie version, which is going to have a whole different cast members and stuff. Do you think... I'm on the whole premise of, if DC want to do something different to Marvel, I think they should unite the DC TV universe with the movieverse.
Yes, because let's be honest, they're so far behind. I'm not saying there aren't good DC movies, but they're so far behind Marvel now. And with how the Batman and Superman movie, how they're deliberately trying to orchestrate stuff and catch up. Which is the way they did the Marvel did stuff with all the independent heroes and stuff like that was it was genius. It was slowly boiling the kettle. And I just think, you know what, you're not going to catch up DC, so do what Burn says. That makes perfect sense. And then you could get the drop on Marvel, but on TV.
Yeah, because it would unite the two. I think, even though Agents of S.H.I.E.L.'s doing really well, I have a feeling that it would be a lot better.
Seen it.
Haven't you?
I haven't either.
It's good, but
an episode here and there, because they're out of total context for me. They didn't really make any sense, and therefore I didn't enjoy them. I just watched them for the action scenes. But yeah, I've never actually sat down to watch a series from start to finish, which I should, because it's actually on Freeview over here, isn't it?
It is. A lot of my issue with that show, though, is that the pacing tends to slow down a lot on it. And you sit there and you're like, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? And you want something to happen. Then when something happens, it's like boom. It's kind of...
People speak very highly of the way that they tied it in, was it, an episode into The Winter Soldier, literally a week after, because obviously it's shooting events, a week after the movie was released.
Yeah, they did that for season 2,
commitment to detail,
where they were rebuilding S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff that Nick Fury left for Coulson. So it's a good concept. I just felt that the DC are doing the TV shows a lot better, and I know a lot of people are going to get really pissy with me about this. I really believe the DC shows are head and shoulders above the Marvel stuff. I haven't seen Daredevil yet.
I really want to see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Really, because mainly after Spider-Man, he's probably my favorite superhero. I really want to see Daredevil, especially now I know the one thing I was bitching and moaning about it was Miguel told me that that's just like his, start a Spider-Man Peter Parker costume thingy, that's not his actual costume, because it looks like he's just got out of bed in badly fitting pajamas.
Well, they've leaked the costume, apparently. It's been leaked online because it's a promotional poster, because it's debuting, I believe Deadpool, the Daredevil movies, Daredevil TV show is debuting in about a week. No, less than a week, about a couple of days.
Is it Netflix exclusive?
Netflix exclusive, yeah. So Essie, you're gonna be watching that?
I will definitely watch that.
Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to do a joint run on it. We need to watch it together. I think we should watch it at the same time. Dual commentary, everything. I think we need to. That's our thing.
In it?
I have no
idea.
idea.
I say that is when I type it into Google, his picture appears. He might not be.
Let me have a look.
You know, Doctor Who.
Let me look at Dead. I'm not really a fan. You know, a lot of people were like, Matt Smith was one of the best Doctors. I felt he was too kooky.
He was no David Tennant. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I felt David Tennant did a good job. My favourite Doctor was Christopher Eccleston.
I liked his dark moments. If this is, I'm looking at a headpiece. First look.
Matt Smith isn't in it, but
if this is his costume, they've at least got. I can only see like the head and shoulders. It's actually pretty good.
Mm. They've
I
got.
think they should have done what they did in the movie though, which is just have the eyes. They look. He's got eyes, but they're just the same colour as the costume.
And they're going back to having a white Kingpin this time, so you know, I didn't mind the black Kingpin.
Oh, hang on. Have I got another one? Ooh.
I'm probably one of the only ones who didn't like the Daredevil movie. Apparently, the director's cut is so much better.
It is, honestly, and it's better for what it takes out as opposed to what it adds in.
Yeah, because Elektra kind of was. Apparently, she's just annoying, which I agree.
But the extended fight scenes are brilliant.
But yeah, you're gonna get all episodes premiering April 10th. So today, in the UK, tomorrow if you're in the United States. So it's for me. I'm looking forward to this. I want to see this, and I want to. We definitely got to have a run. If we got to find a day that you're free, Essie. We got to find a day that you're free so we can actually sit down and do it. I won't watch it until you've watched it with me.
Free. I'm like free like next Wednesday.
Then we're gonna do. Should we do a Wednesday run and just make sure that nobody spoils it for us?
All right.
Cool, we'll do a Wednesday run on it. So, before Burhan and the Boy on Wednesday, I will give you guys an update on Daredevil and let you know what I think of it. We'll probably get you to return to the show for us, just to basically do some Daredevil commentary if you're up for it. Now,
sure.
Going on from that, evening, Mr. Retro.
Do you remember the Daredevil costume from the episode or the TV movie of Incredible Hulk?
Yeah, that's the
Pretty
costume.
much,
That's his starter costume.
Yeah, that's the one.
No, but that was his starter costume in the Daredevil comic books.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I didn't know. I'll be honest, I fell in love with Daredevil when Frank Miller wrote him.
Yeah, I did like, there was one point he was going through an identity crisis as well, and he came back in that like yellow suit that he was wearing.
That was his second costume then, but then there was that weird one where his costume got destroyed, so he came back in a red and blue armoured costume for a couple of comics, which was just stupid, and there was such a fan backlash that they got rid of that pretty damn quickly.
Yeah, and again, it's one of my faves. I want to see where it goes, what happens, and what direction it kind of take it. I'm looking forward to it. Not gonna lie, but at the moment, I think DC stand head and shoulders above Marvel in terms of their TV universe. I really believe they are being really silly not integrating the TV and film universes together. I would love to see Arrow and the Flash both in the cinematic universe, with both actors in there as well, and it would also allow DC to actually release the box sets of both series, so you can sit there and go, well, if you like the movies, watch the series, binge watch by buying the freaking box sets. I would. Anyone would out there. Look, DC, I've made you a lot of money right now. There is potential to make loads of money. Just do what I said. Come on. Listen to Burhan. Do it. No, don't walk away from me. Okay, they're not listening. But anyway,
this crazy Jafar-looking motherfucker. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting dissed so much on the show today. Okay, right. Let me ask you, Essie, what's your favourite cartoon? Oh, Kitty.
That was my cat, Booker.
Book a catch.
My favorite cartoon series would hands down be Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that on the Untitled Movie Show yesterday. Myself, Dave, and Miguel, and we talked about the fact that how Shyamalan fucked that up.
He totally fucked that up. Oh my god, it pisses me off just even thinking about it.
What do you love most about the Avatar universe? What do you like about the anime? Because the animated series for me, it held a lot of high regard. It was one of those things that I picked up, I watched, I couldn't stop watching this. I binge watched the series up until the final season.
I've still got the game on the Wii, not got around to playing it yet.
Well, you should. Now,
I don't know if it's any good because it only cost me £3, but
maybe good. What was your favourite part of this? Why do you love the series so much?
Basically, because of the fact that like it's cool the fact that they use elements as like kind of like a power of some sort. And then like when I first saw Aang, like I'm just like, this kid's really cute, but he's not really showing me how badass he is. But when he went to the Avatar state, like that just made me fall in love with the show. Like, and then like one of my favorite characters is Toph Beifong. She is. I'm actually that M. Night didn't make book the second book because if he ruined Toph, I would literally go to his house and fuck him up because
punch
Toph
in the
is like
face
the
because
best
they can
character.
twist dead and itch.
So M. Night,
Yeah,
she's
exactly.
going to fuck you up. There you go.
No, but like everything about that show is just awesome. Like the character development was just amazing, and then like the art, and then oh god, I just love that show so much.
It's probably
I
story.
could literally. Korra was good.
Yeah.
Korra was good, but it wasn't. It's never gonna be Last Airbender.
Yeah, and the show, the Chorus show, kind of they messed with it a lot. They apparently scheduling conflicts. They weren't going to do the rest of the episodes. Then they had to make them, end it on a cliffhanger, which people were pissed off about. So I know it bugs me, and I really hold the original series in high regard. I
didn't really like the last season for Legend of Korra. It wasn't really that exciting. The third season was actually really good. How Zahir actually broke Korra, like he broke the Avatar, and I just love the fact that he was just so powerful, like he was actually a breaker. Yeah.
I know.
But yeah.
The first series, and I hated the fact that Aang was like killed. Spoilers, guys. Sorry. In Legend of Korra, and I was just like,
no, you have to say it like this. Spoilers.
Yeah, but I got to pay you if I do it like that.
I know. That's what I want you to say.
Well, I mean, they didn't really show how he died.
Yeah, that's another thing I felt was disrespectful. They kind of killed him off camera as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah, it's like what they do with Bryan Cranston in Godzilla.
Yes. Very cheap.
I still hate... one of the reasons why I hate that movie so much, it's like... If I can compare it to anything, it's when Daniel Bryan was thrown out of the Royal Rumble at the start of the Rumble, and you're like, boo! That's how I felt with Godzilla. You kill the only developed character off in there. I've ranted about this, so I won't talk about this a bit too much.
Yeah.
Let's go...
Well, like you said, they developed the character, and then they got rid of him, and then no one else in the movie was developed. So it was like, well, what was that about then?
Yeah. It was just like, why did you even bother? That's like basically giving someone ice cream and then before they even got one lick, just cutting the ice cream up, crushing it and throwing it on the floor and going, you can't enjoy that because meh, even though I put all that preparation, I'm just going to spite you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Bryan Cranston's awesome. Yeah, but we're going to kill him off anyway. Now, here's a bit of news. I'm looking at this. I'm scuffing around the internet, and I kind of migrate to a forum that me and Essie go on called Gamers Retreat. One thing that came up to mind that these guys posted was this woman earns a living. It's from unilad.com, by the way. Unilad.co.uk. This woman earns a living farting and eating on webcam.
Oh my
I
God.
saw that.
You're thinking of jobs. Now, some people do some crazy stuff online in order to make money, but this woman takes the biscuit, literally. Sarah Rain, a 26-year-old New Yorker, makes up to £1,000 eating and farting on her webcam for men online who describe her as a feedie.
A feedie?
I think I've just killed my own libido.
I think I'd describe her as offensive.
At the request of her clients, she'll smear chocolate cake all over her body, cover herself in sauce, put things in her belly, oh my god, her belly button,
It was disgusting.
and fart on demand. She also sells her used underwears to the highest bidders.
Oh, Jesus.
What is wrong with
When I
people?
first saw her, I literally said to myself, this is Jabba the Hutt's wife right here. Like, she was just so happy.
Speaking about her side job, she worked security at a factory in daytime. She said, I felt awkward eating on camera at first. Then fans love to watch you chewing every mouthful. But I eat so much anyway, I thought it would be fun to do it on cam. I just kept eating until I'm full. Which is never. She also explained how she enjoys sitting on her clients, going on to say how she got really into sitting on their faces and smothering it with her belly.
Oh,
so disgusting.
She could be the new Mrs. Dave Wade.
piss off. She could be fucking, I don't know, she could be Mrs. Blob from the X-Men. This is just the grossest thing I've ever heard in my life.
She could give a whole new meaning to the word sexy biscuits.
She's not ruining my catchphrase.
I'm gonna see if I can message her and get her to say sexy biscuits for you, Dave. I'm gonna do it.
Quote Seinfeld, no soup for you.
Fucking no food for you. Fuck, she needs to go on a diet. One of her most common requests
It's
is
really
to...
funny because I'm sure some guys really do think that's really hot, and that's really funny.
This is it. One of her most common requests here is to behave like a pig.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I feel ashamed to be male right now.
This is I don't know what to say to this. I got to get off this article right now before my libido dies a horrible death.
Alright guys, I have to go to bed soon. I have work in the morning, but before I go to bed, I'm actually gonna play some Counter-Strike.
So
Kill some people.
let's see. Is there, do you doing anything at the moment? You said you do like artwork. Is there any pages where people can see your art?
Unfortunately, no. I'm really lazy when it comes to posting my art stuff. I've actually been lacking lately because of work. Ugh, I hate my job. But,
No one from your job has heard this podcast, I swear.
Yeah,
yeah.
I guarantee.
So
once I have more free time, I'm gonna start doing more of my artwork. I mainly like to draw video game characters, but in my own way. I also like to do tattoo designs for people.
She's got an amazing origami tattoo
on
on her arm as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I designed that one myself. I'm actually designing something for my brother who passed away last year. It's something game related. Also that represents him at the same time. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet, but we'll see.
So thank you very much for joining us on Burhan the Boy, and if you ever want to jump on any time, just let us know. Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
And
thank you very much.
Yeah. See you later. Bye.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on. So that was Genesis Gonzalez, aka Essie, there for us, guys. Hopefully I'm going to try and pester her to get her own page up for her artwork because she does some amazing art. So Dave, let's continue the conversation. Would you why do people get attracted to this sort of thing? To women's...
I think because I'm not an expert, but I think somewhere there's got to be some sort of mental imbalance or something. Because let's be honest, the whole purpose on your planet, every animal, every person, every whatever, is you're predisposed with the ability to want, or with the need, I should say, to basically breed. So I think it's safe to say when people get turned on by someone shoving cake down their throat, then that might be something went a little bit wrong with their wiring.
A little bit. I think a lot, mate. In terms of that, I don't know. I don't find that it's just making me want to vomit in my mouth.
I actually already have once.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know what people are thinking. This is just yeah. But
a little weird random tangent to go on since you're so good at doing Arnie. You've seen the Meerkat advert with Arnie in, right?
I have, yeah.
So what's the deal? Is there going to actually be a Meerkat movie that's only available to people who get car insurance?
I don't think so. I think they're trying to tease it. I don't know if it's tongue-in-cheek. I don't know what's going on. It's just...
Maybe I took it the wrong way because it was late at night and I was tired. But I thought that it was like, exclusive movie symbols when you get car insurance. The only thing is I won't get car insurance with you Meerkat boys because you're so fucking expensive. But that said, it was a brilliant... You know what, right? Do you know what I like about those adverts?
Mm-hmm.
It's stuff so cynical these days that I feel those adverts are very much, even though they're there to promote their car insurance, and they do it because they do it in a good way, but I think it's good to have a TV commercial that you actually watch because it's entertaining and don't actually give a shit about the product, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It used to be a lot like that in the 80s, if you know what I mean. Like with the Christmas adverts in particular, when you've got like the two minis under the mistletoe and stuff like that. I feel we've lost that from. I know it's adverts and people get pissed off with it and stuff. Well, certainly on some of the Discovery channels when you get so long advert breaks. But I do think that in their own form, they're a medium, and that it used to be a lot of them were just simply out there, just well, we're going to promote the product, but the main thing we're doing here is just to make you laugh and have fun.
No, I agree with
Now
you.
is so cynical, just like you must buy my product. Whereas the Meerkats, very much, especially when they did their Christmas special where their baby Oleg went back to Africa.
Oh. Did
That was
baby
quite emotional.
did baby Olev like go? He's not like there no more.
They were touring Africa to show her her roots, and then there were meerkats that were wild, and they looked at her and she was so happy with them that they let her stay. And then what's his name, the technician bloke in the white jacket, I forget his name, he actually cried.
Oh.
And then they had a montage scene of all the commercials they'd done over a year with the baby in, edited together, and it was brilliant.
Oh.
I'll tell you what I also did like about Last Christmas, which is because she died, didn't she? She was in EastEnders for a bit. She died. I forget her name. Linda something who was in the original Bisto adverts.
Yeah.
And so, and it was like it wasn't going to sell Bisto, but they actually did it because there was a massive petition online that said, "Can you play her most famous Bisto commercial from the '80s on Christmas Day?" So they did, and they dedicated to her. And I thought that was kind of nice.
Oh, that was nice of them. So there we go, guys. This show is not all bleak and geek. It's all about positives as well. As we know, also the elections are coming up here in the United Kingdom. For those of you out there,
I have something to really say on really, really quickly, which is it's not for me to tell you who to vote for. I just say this: vote for whoever you want. But the point is, vote. One thing that really annoys me is when, particularly a lot of people in my work when they go like, "Oh, there's no point. It's all this, it's all that," and I'm like, well, why have you got such a strong opinion on politics when you don't vote? I'm sorry, you don't get to sit there and argue with me when you don't get off your ass on poll day.
no, I agree. And the thing is, the only person you're hurting when you're not voting is yourself. That's a fact. Because, when you're not voting, you're not helping to make change. And now I know people just like, well, it's hopeless. Whoever we vote for, we're going to lose. Well, at least vote for the policies. Look at who's going to benefit you the most.
But also vote because, democracy is basically, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. It may not be what we want it to be, but it's the best of a poor bunch of systems. And, people died so you could have a vote. I know that sounds like a really bold statement, but I just think, do you know what? No, you got to vote. As I said, if you don't vote, then I don't sit there and whine in front of me on the bus or whatever, saying all this and that and this and that. It's like, I don't care because you didn't vote, so you don't get to have a voice.
Totally agree with Dave on that. So there we go, ladies and gents. Do you think is there anything else we should have a little chat about on the show before we end it tonight, Dave? Or should we end it on a... oh, yes, of course, Mr. Retro Island was saying 3 weeks till play. If you're in the area, play Blackpool. I'm going to be there myself, representing Burhan, the Boy I Got Gameplay, the Untitled Movie Show, and all the other shows.
I would be there, people, but I know this makes me sound really shallow, but Dave doesn't do 5 hours in a car or a train. The only time I do 5 hours in transport is if I'm flying across the Atlantic.
And that's when he has to. So, yeah, make sure, guys, check us out. If you want to come in and introduce yourselves to me, come up to me, have a say, have a loo. Tell me that you love me, that you hate me, that you think you want to spread me on toast. I would love to basically talk to you guys.
Like to know me, just to piss him off.
Yeah, and I'll be like, I touched Dave. I've hugged Dave. So yeah, join me basically at Play Blackpool, guys. Myself, the rest of the Retro Island crew, minus Dave Wade, of course. And we will
do one a little bit closer to home, say 2 hours, 3 hours. I'll do it. I know that sounds like a terrible reason, but I just an impatient traveller, if that makes sense.
No, I get that, Dave. I understand that totally. So, what? Actually, tell people why you're kind of an impatient traveller. Because I know we both, myself and you, suffer from anxiety. So let's talk a little bit about that, because we don't go too much into it. But I think we do need to inform people. So, and you've done a video on this previously.
Yeah, I was quite surprised at how well it was received. Not that I cared it was well received, but I like the fact that it was well received. That the whole purpose of it was just to put it out and just say, "Hey, people, guess what? You never know what the person next to you feels like, so you're not alone."
Okay, so tell me, tell us a little bit about what riles your anxiety up. What things can trigger you?
Essentially, loud noise is my main trigger mechanism. Unexpected loud noise. That's what living next to an asshole for so many years who couldn't give a shit about his neighbours. I did is the initial cause, I guess, of my anxiety, but it's always left that unexpected loud noise, and that's why I don't like massive groups of people because and it's not that I'm a control freak, but because when you get a large group of people together, then you just got that unexpected nature that just triggers my anxiety. And also not being in control in the sense that traveling, if I have to go somewhere, and I don't mind driving and stuff, but if I have to drive for 5 hours, then that's a lot of, how should I say this, concentration and dealing with other people's mistakes or failures or poor road skills or something like that, if that makes sense. So that puts me in like a heightened sense.
So that's the thing for me as well. The things that kind of trigger my anxiety are like fights, arguments. I hate them. It annoys me a lot.
So you're a happy traveller, are you?
Yeah, I'm a very happy traveller. But the thing is to say, like, if something stresses me out, that would trigger an anxiety attack. I don't deal with stress rather well. It's one of my big things. But I do deal with people. I'm very, good. I usually tend to do stuff that.
Before you go, I usually tend to stuff down my throat for my views.
Oh, I'll do stuff like, not butt stuff, of course, but I'll do stuff that would just take my mind off it. I'll play a bit of WWE Supercard. I'll play my 3DS. I'll play my PS Vita. One of the great things about traveling to play is I get to travel with Stephen Horton. Who's great when I'm in the car with him because we just sit there and just chat in the car.
They're lovely both people. There'll be a link in the descriptive term.
Yeah, so
that's just a fellow gasset. So.
Yeah, we'll make sure that we link you guys to his channel as well. He does like Desert Island Films. He used to do Toilet Thursdays. I still wish he would bring him back, but I think he got fed up with people calling him the Toilet Man. But it's one of those things. Does
he drive up there with you?
Yeah, he drives up there with me, and we kind of have a deal going on where...
He's got a really nice car, hasn't he?
Yeah, his car's really nice, and he's a great guy. He's a top bloke. I love talking to him. I've been in the car with him, the Console Snob, and Novabug as well, and they're all great to talk to when we went to play together. I enjoy hanging with everyone from Retro Island, and I want to...
You sounded like a 5-year-old then, and we went to play together.
Well, we did. And
it was a play date.
I want to point out as well, I love everyone at Retro Island. These guys have been a big family, and the amount of happiness that I've gotten from joining the Retro Island crew since I've joined. I think it's been my 2-year anniversary already since I've joined Retro Island. And
true story, people. Me and Burhan hated each other at the start.
I didn't really hate you. I think we had a misunderstanding. We didn't. I remember when Mr. Retro Island himself goes to me, Dave doesn't like you very much. And I was like, I just think Dave just doesn't know me.
It's a testament to that, so there you go.
Yeah, and that was it.
It's a testament to communication.
Yeah, and and the great thing as well, and for those who don't know, the lovely Essie who was on here, me and her are kind of we've got our relationship going on, and we communicate all the time. One of the things that used to bug me about my old relationships that I was in, I would never be able to communicate. I think the worst thing you can do in any relationship, friendships, family, love relationships, when you're in with your girlfriends and stuff, or your boyfriends, depending on what you like, or ducks, is you don't...
Apparently, as we just found out tonight,
food, is you don't communicate. And then the thing is, I feel like lack of communication can kill any relationship. Don't matter what happens. And it will turn a good, positive thing into something really, really bad and torturous. And to each and every person out there, if you are suffering in any way, if you're going through anxiety issues, or if you're in a relationship with someone and things are going south, talk to them. If you can, and I've discussed it with a few people, because I was talking about relationships with a lot of different people. I'm not going to name names, but a lot of people are kind of scared in many different ways. Some people are scared because they're in a relationship and they feel that they're just scared of commitment. Others are scared because, you know, they'll bottle things up and they'll never tell someone their true feelings, and they're scared to tell them because something's going to happen. And the moment I'm kind of the same person where I used to get a lot of abuse from my former marriage. It was the point where I was called names. I was told I was a failure, that would never amount to anything. And a lot of my anxiety issues kind of spurned from that. Plus a lot of physical abuse as well, you know, that came my way. And it's kind of one of the reasons why I'm afraid of being in another relationship. It's one of the big things. And I'm kind of... and in being in this relationship I'm in currently, I'm not afraid. One of the big things is I laid down the kind of all the things that I would want out of the relationship. Instead, look, if we don't communicate, then I can't be with you if I can't communicate with you. Or let me tell you a few things about myself. I have 4 kids from a previous marriage. You know, is there any issues with it? Where do you see yourself? You know, is this where do you see us heading? I'm a lifer. You know, I'm the kind of guy I'm a dog, but I'm a loyal one. You know, I'm a big perv. Dave knows I'm a big perv. I sit there and I say loads of stupid stuff comes out of my mouth, but it's who I am. And I always find I'm honest about who I am. Don't fake yourself. Don't be something for someone that's not you. Be you. People love you for you. Dave loves me because I'm a fucking idiot nutcase sometimes. But I'm very highly motivated. You know, a lot of like the people, my friends, my family love me because I'm a cheeky git who likes to be condescending half the time. I love Dave because he... Yeah, and Dave, like, he corrects my grammar. Everyone corrects my grammar because I'm extremely intellectual, but at the same time, my grammar and writing is terrible.
I've only started doing it after that idiot who started correcting mine got in my head.
But it's fine. It's at the end of the day, it's about being as positive as you can be. And
of all the things you could have chosen to love about me, you chose that.
It's not just that, Dave. I love you because you're very, like, open-minded about your things, and you're passionate about stuff, and never ever sit there and bottle stuff up or try and change yourself for someone, because in the end, if a person loves you or hates you, they're going to love you for you, they're going to hate you for you. In the end, you are being you. And I will say, for everyone out there...
If they want to change you, then they shouldn't be dating you. They should just find that person that they want you to be like and be...
No such thing as the one out there in life. And I'm going to say this...
because I am him.
You are Neo. There is someone for everyone. You know, I used to believe that I was never meant to be happy, and that I was never meant to have anyone in my life who would make me feel complete. And, you know, I found that person who has, and it was the weirdest circumstances known to man.
Me, right?
It's you, Dave. And it's the weirdest circumstances known to man or woman, in a sense. We hit it off in a gaming forum. And she lives overseas. She's all the way overseas. You know, I'm here in the United Kingdom. My plan is to kind of us either meet in the middle or me go
in
to
the middle
her.
of the Atlantic. It'd be very cold.
Yeah, well, do you know what I mean?
So let's hope you can tread water.
Find a place so that we can be happy together, and that's the big thing. You know, I think for anyone out there, if you really, really want to be with someone, don't settle for less. Don't be miserable. Because if you're going to be miserable if you make sacrifices for someone who doesn't even give a fuck about you, because it will happen.
Well, if you're going to be miserable in style and date Paris Hilton.
Well, yeah, nah. I wouldn't go down that fucking chimney. Anyway, it's basically, I know I'm being soppy here, but it's the basic rules of relationships is just be yourself. Be you. People are going to love you. People are going to hate you. Some people are going to ignore your existence. Don't suffer in silence, and just be happy being who you are.
Just you don't to those people who don't like you, or just think your loss and move on.
Yeah, and I agree with Dave. And you'll find that person that makes you happy. Maybe now, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next year. Maybe in 10, 20 years' time, but you'll find that person. I guarantee you. And if you don't, come and find me and kick me in the balls. So Dave, you wanna elaborate on any of that, or do you think I've just said it very nicely?
I just want to come and find you and kick you in the balls.
Oh, you know you found the one. You know,
upgrades. Sorry.
I will basically like point out, guys, that in the end, be happy being you. Don't give up.
You can be anyone.
Yeah, don't give up your dreams. Don't give up being yourself. And I've got like over 1,400 people on Facebook who I talk to, who I find are so many interesting people. Never give up on you. Never give up on your hopes and dreams. Just be yourselves. And trust me, if you stick to it, if you're motivated, you will accomplish anything. So,
what's he saying Back to the Future? You know, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.
Exactly.
Because my name is Darth Vader. I come from the planet Vulcan.
I think that's time for plugs. So, youtube.com/TheNerdGenius. Follow me on there. I have done a new review, WWE 2K Supercard, for a rather British review.
My timeline, so I should be watching it after this chat.
I think you should watch it because I think you'll enjoy it. Check out. I'm going to be posting I'm going to be handing over a new video to Mr. Raheem Jabro, aka Megaran, which will be a new tips and tricks video. That's going to be debut tomorrow. And also tomorrow, debuting on Xander Scullion's Access Gaming Podcast YouTube channel, youtube.com/Xander Scullion, is a new series with myself and Xander called E-Tank. So check us out there, guys. And I've got more new material coming. I'm going to be doing a Silent Hill retrospective on my channels. And
we will do a movie files. It's just every time we set to do a movie files, I've ended up being sick. So
yeah, I'm going to be picking apart the Silent Hill ethos and talking about the positives and negatives of the story. So I'm not going to talk about gameplay, the gaming mechanics, nothing like that. It's going to be about the ethos, the story, the lore, and it's going to be leading into kind of a release of a Kickstarter that we're going to be doing for a Silent Hill pilot. It's been a while. I know it's been so long. It's going to happen. I just need to I'm currently in the stages of doing it, and plus with all these crappy Kickstarters that are coming out with people trying to fund their holidays, buy new computers, buy fucking.
I want to start a gaming channel, and I only need £100,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
I
started a gaming channel on Fiverr.
I've started a gaming channel on nothing. So everyone, guys. Thank you very much for those who tune into our shows, who love the Retro Random Network. More big things are coming, and a new announcement coming for the Retro Random soon, once I can get the approval on it, of course. So, Dave, where can we find you?
I'm not going dark. I'm saving that for Slamcast. You can find me at Lawnboys Post 1975, the home of Dave. If you like your retro video games, you like a good old-fashioned debate or discussion, you like your modern games, or you just like random silly videos where I eat Marmite, and it's not like that bird who's got a YouTube channel. That was just a Marmite challenge.
That would be so funny. You're just like rubbing it all over yourself and eating it.
I tell you what, I wouldn't, because it's too bloody expensive.
Didn't tell me about it. But you get a lot of vitamin V. So there you go, guys.
I'm determined to get. I know I got it was a joke when I said it. When someone said you do that, you're a fucking seller. I'm determined to get sponsored by Marmite, if only so I can have free Marmite.
I'm determined to get you sponsored by Marmite. So, guys, this has been Burhan and the Boy, and it's good night from me and good night from him. So we'll see you soon.
Cheers.